We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next. Welcome back. We're here with motivational speaker Amy Purdy. And we've been speaking with Allan, who suffers from a debilitating social anxiety. We've also asked his boyfriend Gustavo to join us. And I just want to say hello, Gustavo. Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I'm so curious for you as his partner, how is this affecting the relationship?
It didn't affect it a lot because we do talk about this problem. We try to have a lot of conversation about it.
Yeah.
We've been arguing a little bit more because of the financial situation.
Yeah.
It used to be two incomes coming to
right.
a house. Now I went down to one, which it doesn't really matter. I love this guy, so I'll do anything for him. So it's more that, it's more little arguments, about stuff that I don't really want to bring to the table, but it's reality and it's there. And we have to face it. But
I feel like he's more positive about it, but we did struggle. We sometimes do struggle with arguments because I understand because he doesn't understand social anxiety because he's the opposite of me, completely the opposite.
Tell us what happened a year ago, though. You mentioned that all this seemed to spiral out of control a year ago. What happened?
Since I was little, I believed in perfectionism, so I always had to be perfect. If my shirt was a little bit wrinkled, that was unacceptable. I just wanted to be perfect for everybody. I just wanted to be accepted. I just wanted to be fit in because when I was little, I was very criticized by my family because they knew I was gay before I did. I don't know how that happened, but I was like 5 years old and they would call me like names and like you're feminine and why are you hanging out with girls? So ever since those problems started happening, I started feeling like I wasn't good enough for anybody because I felt criticized since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
So things started getting really bad after my 20s. Like before my 20s, I was fine. I was okay, but like 21 to 28, I just thought I was insecure. Okay. But at 29, that's when I just felt overwhelmed by everything. Like I was just like, oh my God, it's overwhelming, and I just couldn't deal with it. And then I thought that by 30, I was gonna have an amazing job, and that was my dream and everything. But because of the social anxiety, I was always avoiding job interviews or promotions or anything like that because I just didn't want to be the center of the attention anywhere.
Amy, you mentioned the relaxation techniques and some of those things. How difficult was it for you to stay disciplined enough to keep all of that?
I think for me, once I realized that that is what's helping me, then it became much easier. Yeah. That's what I know I need to do. Even before coming up here today, I know that I need to breathe deeply. I need to ground myself. Otherwise, it's easy to get up here and something that also helps me is how I hold myself, my posture. If I'm feeling insecure, then I'm sitting like this, or when I was dancing, I'd be kind of dancing like this. Sometimes by tricking myself almost by standing proud and standing confident, even if I stand there for 5 minutes before I go on stage. Actually, before I go on stage and do a speech, I just did a speech to 7,000 people this past weekend.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't done a lot of speaking since before the Paralympics and Dancing with the Stars, so I'm just getting back into it. But I know that I have to remind myself that even when I'm not feeling my most confident, even when I'm feeling insecure and people are looking at me and I'm feeling judged, which on Dancing with the Stars I was very judged. But I have to put myself in a space that I feel good and I feel confident, and I've just kind of figured out the techniques that work for me. And now I use those every time I'm in front of a big crowd or dancing or snowboarding.
Gustavo, what do you want for this man that you love?
I want him to be happy again.
Tell him.
It's not like
Look
he's
him
like,
in his eye and tell
he
him.
knows. We have this conversation now. I want him to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want him to get the help that he needs. He knows I'm here for him.
It's extremely supportive.
And like I said, we're gonna face it together, and we've been this. We started together. We're gonna end this together.
Amen.
So.
Support is everything.
I know.
Support is everything.
And we want to help you get back on the path. And so good news is we happen to be good friends with a guy who knows a lot about this condition. He's an expert in it. And so it's Dr. Jeff Ball, and he's the CEO of Psychological Care and Healing. And one of the things they specialize in is anxiety disorders, which is what social anxiety falls underneath. And he's agreed to meet with you and assess you and figure out what treatment might be best for you.
Oh, okay.
And again, he's a guy that not only knows this stuff really well as a professional, but he gets it at a heart level.
Okay.
And he's not going to sit and tell you from 10,000 feet, you need to do this, this, and this, because that's what people do with social anxiety. That's what people have done with me. When I've struggled with my own anxiety, they tell me I just need to stop it, change it, and do it in the moment. And what happens?
Yeah.
So anxiety goes up. If we offer you this gift, would you be willing to take it?
Absolutely. Thank
Great.
you. Yes.
Great.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
We thank you guys so much for being here and sharing your story. We wish you the absolute best. So when we come back, Miles, Amy, and I, we're going to be answering questions from people sitting right here in the studio audience. Stay tuned. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.